It's easy to forget things. We do it every day. We rush to wake up, get ready for work or school, and something gets lost in the mix. We forget our wallet, our homework, or worst of all, our phones. What if forgetting meant something worse than the inconvenience of not getting any phone calls or getting a lower grade on your assignment? What if it was the difference between life and death? For many people, in fact just over 3 million, with thousands of more being added every year, have to face that question as fact. These 3 million people are type 1 diabetics, a rare, life-threatening autoimmune disorder in which the pancreas completely stops producing insulin, a hormone required by the body to produce energy from food. About a year ago, I had the privilege of meeting Stephanie, who in the process of becoming friends, I discovered was a type 1 diabetic. So Stephanie, how does life as a type 1 diabetic differ from that of someone without it? What do you have to do that's not like the rest of us?
Like something that differs from me to you would be our life choices, what we do on a daily basis. Being a diabetic isn't just a sickness where you can just take a pill and be on your way and live your day normally like everybody else. It's a time-consuming thing that just, it follows you throughout the entire day. You never stop worrying about it. You never for a second think, oh, I'm not diabetic. Because you always have to do things to keep up with, to make sure it's okay, to make sure you're okay. I mean, there's like carb counting, there's watching what you eat, what you do, there's insulin, your blood sugar. I mean, there's so many things that just go on throughout a diabetic's day.
You said you can't just take a pill and be on your way. So you have to take insulin. How does that work?
There are different forms a diabetic can choose from to take insulin. There's the vial, and you can use syringe, or like me, you can have a flex pen, which is a pen already pre-filled with insulin, and you just move the dial to an amount and you twist on a needle onto it and give yourself an injection like that. Or there's what some people would like to have is a pump.
Most people, when they think of diabetics, they think of type 2. Which is the more common version. What is the honest difference between type 2 and type 1?
Okay. The difference is type 2 diabetics, their bodies can make insulin, but it's just not enough. With diabetics type 1, our bodies make no insulin. So many people think of diabetes as just one illness, but it's two different.
Insulin pens aren't the only form of treatment for type 1 diabetes. Many people use, as she said, an insulin pump instead, as opposed to injections 3 times a day. And gives many more people freedom in their lifestyle choices, but it's not without its own problems either. Like many diseases, clinical trials for experimental treatments exist, such as encapsulation, beta cell regeneration, smart insulin, even artificial pancreases. Of course, these things don't just happen. Most of the funding, already over $568 million in 17 different countries, comes from the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund, the JDRF.
The Juvenile Diabetes Fund does a lot more than just give money to researchers looking for a cure. They also work to help make life easier for those with type 1 diabetes by working to improve existing treatment methods and educating newly diagnosed.
Throughout the year, the JDRF organizes the JDRF Ride to Cure Diabetes and the JDRF One Walk, which we were able to participate in as part of Team Pierce, which raised over $5,000. The rides and walks are days when thousands of people, type 1 diabetics, friends and family alike, come together to turn type 1 into type none.
Don't be confused by the name though. Juvenile diabetes isn't only for children. 85% of the people living with type 1 diabetes are adults, and an equal amount of adults and children are diagnosed every year. Type 1 diabetes currently has no cure, and living with it is incredibly difficult. I have to be able to keep track of what I eat, my blood sugar levels, insulin doses, and any small thing can make everything else go out of whack.
There's a lot of information about the JDRF, type 1 diabetes, and all of its clinical trials, but it'd take a lot more than one YouTube video to talk about it all. The JDRF has already helped millions of people have better lives, despite the circumstances, and with your help can continue to do so. To learn more, or donate, links to some helpful articles about diabetes, as well as to the JDRF and how their finances are spent, the Project for Awesome are in the doobly-doo below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to be awesome.